Hey, Royal Rough Riders. This is Mademoiselle Mosley again, and I hope everybody is doing fine tonight. Look, if I was on here as much as I thought about y'all, I probably would never be off of here. I think about y'all so much, I have to jot a lot of things down because, once I get to going and sharing, it's like it feels so good. I want to give it to you all. I want to give it all to you, every last drop to you, but I can't give it to you all at once. I'm gonna give you a little bit at a time, baby, so you don't get an overdose. But look, it doesn't matter what you into, who you kin to, how long you been in it, you can get out of it. I'm not saying it's gonna happen at a blink or a snap of a finger, but you can do it. If you don't like it, if it's not healthy to your mind, your body, and your soul, your goal is to get out of it. Okay? I know a lot of times we grow up in a certain way and we think that's the only way. No, it's better ways to life. And not saying that you're in a bad way, but there's better ways. Now, let me share what I want to share with you, and I hope it helps you. I know a lot of us, I know a lot of places we are in are due to some of the things that we faced. A lot of things that we faced in the past, we are presently living those things out. And you got to think of it like this: what you do right now, you're going to live out too. You're going to have to face them. It doesn't matter what you do or don't do. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. You're going to have to face up to it regardless. So let's do good so we can face things that are good or look forward to things that are good. So some of the places that we are in are due to some of the things we faced that has caused us to be displaced. Due to the orientation of our trauma or of the trauma we've experienced, we think we are hiding our own sexual preferences. See, a lot of us have been traumatized by unnatural sexual experiences. And once that happens to us, depends on the age and the stage and who it was and where it happened and when it happened and to the level of the happening, we think that's who we are. Due to our orientation of trauma that we've experienced, we think we are hiding our sexual preferences, which is truly not what God has ordained us to live. But we have the freedom of choice. We have the freedom of choice. Look, through all our experiences, to all the things that has happened to us or had not happened to us, and how long it happened, and all the conditions of our life, we have a choice. How we gonna live it out? Are we gonna allow the trauma to dictate it to us how we gonna live our lives, or are we gonna go and live the original plan that God had for us? Woman, girl, boy, and man. That He meant for us to live a certain kind of way according to His way. Like I said, everybody has a choice. I'm not pushing nothing on or off nobody. I'm just saying that you have a choice. But was it a choice? You tell me this is me. I've been like this. Was it a choice? Was it a choice the way that you are, or the way that you were, or the way that you're gonna be? Was it a choice, or were you forced by a force? Were you forced by a force that forced themselves upon you and left us with the hate for our original mate. I've had a predatory experience happen to me when I was a child. And it do bring questions into your mind once that orientation happens. You be like, am I this? Am I that? And also, not just the sexual preferences. Do you like girls on girls, boys on boys? It also, when that predatory experience happened, it messes with your self-worth. It do. It messes with your self-worth. But that's why I'm saying that when I say at the end of every video, get it before it get you, I am talking about the inner trauma. To all my new viewers, if you don't know what that means, when I say get it before it get you, the IT is the inner trauma. Because if you don't deal with the inner trauma, it will deal with you. So let's go and get through. So we were forced by a force that forced themselves upon us and left us to hate the original mate. A lot of the women been forced by other women that don't like men. Or some of us women has been forced on it by men. We don't like men, we like women. It's according to your mind and what your view is and what the situation is the decision, the choice you make after the choice was made for you. The choice to be predatory upon you, no matter how you look, no matter how old you were, was not your choice. It was chosen for you. But after the choice was chosen for you, what choice will you do? Will you do the original choice that God has made for us? Or will you allow the force that force you into something that God didn't ordain for you? Now, this is to each and every individual. It might not go with everybody, what I'm saying, and it might help somebody. I hope it helped everybody, because you got to understand there was an original plan before that woman or man did what they did to you. It was an original plan, not the situation that happened, but God had an original plan. And what does the devil do? He always tries to intervene with what God had already planned. Excuse me. So let me get to it so I can get off here. So now we sit and we contemplate who we gonna date. Since I've been messed with by a woman, I think I want to be with a woman, because that felt so good to me, because that was my orientation. Well, that's not how God meant it, but I'm just thinking some thoughts what people may think. Then say, since I was forced by a man, maybe actually I was supposed to be a woman, and this man found an attraction to me because I have feminine ways. So maybe I'm supposed to be with a man. Or maybe that when the man forced himself on me as a man, I am no longer feeling women. I like men because of my orientation. There's a lot of things that you can choose from all that trauma. But the bottom line of it is it's trying to get us off our path. Any and all trauma, but I'm talking about the sexual aspect of the sexual trauma in our lives. So, like I said, we sit there and contemplate who we gonna date while forcing what's natural, because the orientation was unnatural. We find ourselves as men forcing ourselves to be with women, women forcing ourselves to be with men, because the force that forced us into something that was unnatural from the beginning has left us confused, misused, and abused. So what you gonna choose? It's up to you. The first introduction, it was forced entry. We can agree on that. Whether it's man and woman and man, that trauma That first orientation was forced. It was a forced entry. Whether it was a man and a woman and a woman, or a man and a man. Those who went through this will understand. This is directed to those who can get with this, that can understand what I'm saying about this. And we hide behind a lot of things trying to figure this thing out. You know, a lot of us have a stolen identity. Before you knew, or I knew, the me we were supposed to be, something happened to you and something happened to me. Something happened to us. Something happened to we. So what it's going to be? What sets you free is not giving over to the spirit that forced you. Because if we do, we justify the lie that is trying to convince us that's who we were in the beginning. But the true intention was to get you off of God's ordained path. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line, is to get you off your path. And you can get back on your path. Our identity was stolen and replaced without a trace of who we were supposed to be. See, when that happened to us when we were kids, we didn't know who we were supposed to be and who we were born to be. It's just that when that thing happened to you and it happened to me, we think, yeah, that's who we were supposed to be, because I didn't even know the me and you didn't know the you that you were supposed to be. While proclaiming to the world, this is me. You know, the choices that we made, thinking that it was a free choice. That choice wasn't free. The choice that was made for us, that was made for you, that was made for me, was forced. Now, after we do what we're going to do after the force, that's our choice. Don't judge me. That's what we say. Don't judge me. But we've already judged, sentenced, and imprisoned ourselves. Due to what happened to us. Take back your power. Take back your power that was took. Take back your power that was taken, and let the person who thought they took it be sadly mistaken. Let them know the choice that they made to force you into something before you knew you didn't work the way they thought it was going to. And like I say before, it is up to you what you choose to do. But I must say this, I do love you. And I pray that that helped you. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.